Each spring, tulips transform the Bollenstreek region of Holland into a beautiful patchwork quilt. Visitors flock from around the world to experience row after row of colorful blooms stretching to the horizon. Welcome to Bollenstreek. Hey everybody, today I'll be showing you my 2 to 4 player game Bollenstreek. To start out, each player will receive 4 cards, one of each type. There's odds, which only odd numbered dice can be placed on. There's ascending, that must go from lowest to highest. There's evens, which all can have to be even dice. And then descending must go from the largest dice to smallest dice. In addition to that, some of the cards have color requirements for the dice, as this card and this card both say one color. So whatever dice you start placing on this card, they all have to be the same color. And the multicolor, there has to be 4 different colored dice on this card. There is also limited information on what's on the back of these cards on the bottom. Starting with the first player, every player will select a group of dice. Let's say the first player takes these, then would move clockwise to the next player and they would pick their group, and so on and so forth. After their second reroll, now it's time to place the dice on the cards. So this descending is one color, so they have a nice start here if they want to go the red route and place the first 2 dice. Remember, the dice have to be placed from top to bottom. One other rule to think about is you can never have the same number next to each other, either by column or row. And a 4 cannot go in this slot because it's ascending, so a 1, 2, or 3 has to be in this first one. That leaves 1 die that we cannot place this round. Any die that you can't place or choose not to place must be played here on the center harvest card at the end of your turn. If you complete 1 or more of your cards on your turn, after your turn is over, you return all the dice on that card to the dice bag, flip this card over, and start your tulip field. You'll then replace that card with another card of the same type. When you complete this card, remove all the dice, put them back in the dice bag. This card gives you a special ability. You get to put a windmill token on this card when it flips over. This brings us back to that die that we couldn't place earlier. After each player takes their turn, every player may take 1 die from the middle harvest card for each windmill they have on their tulip field. So this is the first card we completed for our tulip field. We'll flip it over. And notice we get 5 points for completing this card. But this is our first piece of our tulip field. Additional cards after this will be also placed in any orientation we want. And you keep building until you have a 3x3 grid. Once one player finishes their 3x3 grid, the game is over. That player will get a 3-point bonus for being the first one to complete their field, and the game will end. Count up all your points from all your tulip card completed, and also all your points from any specials you might have completed on your tulip field as well. The player with the most points is the winner.